For those of you that are feeling left behind or lost in life, or you're practically comparing yourself to other people, you should have been where they are now or whatsoever, honey, calm down. I'm here to let you know that everything's fine and you're exactly at the right period of time in your life. You're exactly at the right moment. You're not lost, you're not left behind, you're not behind life. You're exactly where you're meant to be. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop looking at their situation and start looking into your life. Don't compare yourself to them, because that is their life, that is their plan, written, all planned for them. You have your own path. You need to follow your own path. Okay, yes, they may be successful people, they may be whatsoever, but this can just be a picture that they just portrayed themselves. You really don't know what it's like to be in their shoes. You don't know what they've been through to reach to where they are now. You don't know exactly, even currently now, you don't know their real situation, because they're probably just showing you that, oh, they're successful and they're whatsoever, but in reality, they're probably struggling. At the end of the day, everyone is struggling. Everyone has problems, whether it's family problems, financial problems, whatsoever. No life is perfect, no one is perfect. But you see, these things are not actually problems. Most of the people perceive them as problems. I don't perceive them as problems. I perceive them as an obstacle that God is trying to test you, to form you, shape you to become the person that you were always meant to be your authentic self. These things builds your character. They slowly shape you to become the person that you need to be. When you change your perspective in life, there was a saying, when you change the way you look at something, what you look at changes. Very interesting. Hey guys, I'm Juliana K. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. Today I'm just going to spread out a little message, a little motivation to those of you that are feeling left behind, or you feel like you want to compare yourself to others or whatsoever. I'm just here to let you know that everything's fine. Calm down, relax, because you are exactly where you're meant to be in life. You're not alone, you're not left behind, you're not whatsoever. You guys need to start realizing that everyone has their own path in life. They need to walk their own path. They need to experience the experiences that they need to in order to create them, to build their character. Stop comparing yourself to what other people are doing or where they are. You don't really know what it's like to be in their shoes. If you haven't walked a mile in their shoes, don't go out there and start criticizing oh, they're like this or they're like that. You don't really know what they've been through. You need to realize and come to a conclusion that your path is unique to you and it's only for you. And that's the beauty of it. That's the most beautiful part of it. The fact that it's yours. The fact that no one is going through what you're going through, because these things are forming it. They're creating your personality. Whatever you're going through, be careful and be very attentive, because these things are slowly building you, your character, your personality. And then maybe right now, while you're in the moment, while you're in the situation, while you're in the problem, you will not be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, because you are so blinded by the dark that you can't see the light. But this is the secret. You have to be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You have to keep on going, and you have to trust that your path will take you to where you're meant to be. Realize and notice that problems in your life are temporary. Maybe right now, in the middle of the darkness, you will not realize that these problems, these things that you're going through, are actually secret blessings. After the problems have ended, you will look back and you will realize, oh, I'm actually grateful, thankful that I've been through that I've had that opportunity, whether it was good or bad, because it made me into the person that I am today. I am who I am today because of what I've been through. I am who I am today. I have the mindset, the information, the level of maturity because of what I've been through. What are we humans if we don't make mistakes? We are not gods. We are not, I don't know who, to just be perfect all the time. We're human beings. We are allowed to make mistakes. We are allowed to go through these things, because life is a constant lesson. We constantly learn, we constantly evolve, we constantly grow. There is never oh, I graduated life, oh, I'm now super mature, I've been through stuff. After you've been through something, another thing is gonna come, another thing come. The main key here is how you perceive it. Your perception matters a lot. The way you see your problems, the way you look at something changes you, really changes you. If you start to see these as problems and as negative things in your life, you will never grow. Instead of constantly complaining, oh, why me? Oh, why am I going through this? Oh, I'm always unlucky. Oh, I'm always like this. Change your mentality and start thinking this way. What is this trying to teach me? Because everything that you're going through in life, and trust me, God will not put you in a situation for no reason. God puts you in a situation for a reason. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Because something's trying to teach me. Instead of complaining, why am I going through this? Why me? Oh, I'm so unlucky or whatsoever. What is this trying to teach me? What valuable lesson do I need to learn here? How is this going to help me in life? What is this trying to form me? What is the outcome of this situation? What am I going to learn from here? Take the lesson, the valuable lesson. You only grow and learn from problems, from making mistakes, from hardships. This is the only way to grow. I have never met a successful person that had an easy life. I've never met a successful person that had an easy life. I've never met a successful person that had more success than failures. A real, true successful person has failed many more times than he has succeeded, because within those failures is when you learn and grow. Within those hardships is when you learn the most valuable lessons. You gain knowledge. You gain such important knowledge that will help you grow and evolve and become the person, the amazing, authentic person that you were always meant to be. So every time you're in hardships, instead of complaining, because the more you complain, the more God will give you situations to complain about. But if you start looking at these things differently and be like, okay, this is my problem. How can I resolve it? Focus on the solution. The more you focus on the problem, the more problems you will have in your life. But the more you will start to think like, oh, what is this trying to teach me here? The more you will grow, the more you will evolve. And you will see these problems are just temporary. They're not forever. So stop thinking that it's in the end of the world or whatsoever, because it's not. It's just a period of time in your life that you're going to go through, and then it's going to end. But what's important is that when it ends, something good has to come out from it. Something good. Don't let that problem turn you into a monster. Don't become your problem. Become the good outcome out of it. Learn from it so you will not repeat from it. Learn these valuable lessons, because these things will help you move through life. Move through life. If you have been through so much at a young age, it's a gift. It's a blessing in disguise. It's better to go through something while you're young rather than going through hardships when you're older. Because this way, when you're young, you can afford to make mistakes. You can afford to lose. You can afford to fail. You can afford to do these things because you have the power to get back up and continue. Now, I'm not complaining and I'm not saying about age or whatsoever, because you can also do it when you're 40, when you're 50, or when you're 60. But now, at a young age, this is the time where you can afford to make mistakes, because when you fall, it's easier to pick yourself back up. Whereas when you're a bit much older, it's harder for you to restart from the beginning. Okay? So guys, your 20s are for you to learn. You can afford to make mistakes. You can afford to do that. You can, because you can get back up easily and continue to grow and to move on. What's important is try. Try. Don't be afraid of failure. Be afraid of not trying, because 99 out of 100 people don't even try. They fail the first time and they're like, oh, that's it. I've tried. I've given up. No, you haven't tried enough. Try again. Try again. The thing is, the beauty in life is not the destination itself, but in the journey. The gym. You go every single day and you start to see progress. That makes you happy. That gets you excited to go again to the gym the next day. The fact that you're seeing progress. Don't look at the destination. Yes, the destination is beautiful, but what's more beautiful is the progress. Because when you have succeeded, for example, you will not feel as fulfilled as you would feel when you have been through hardships. The sleepless nights, the stress, the depression, the crying, the anxiety, all these negative things, which is actually a blessing in disguise. Without all these things, you cannot appreciate the final destination. The beauty is in the journey. Beauty is in the progress. The fact that you're progressing, don't look at the final destination, look at the progress. Look where you were and look where you are right now. The only time you look into the past is to see how far you have gotten. Not to look into the negative parts or all that happened to me or all that victim mindset. No, look at how far you have come. Congratulate yourself, applaud yourself, because you have been through so much, and you've leveled up, you've progressed so much to a point to reach where you are today. Because of these things, because of what you've been through, is who you are today. This progress, these tiny steps, majority of the time you will not realize it, but every day you're one step closer to your goal. Think of it as a ladder, a staircase, and every day you're taking one step, one step, one step, one step. At least you're trying. Like I said, at least you're trying. Because majority of the people don't even try. They're afraid. They're afraid to try because they're afraid to fail. To be a truly successful person, you must not be afraid to fail. You must actually be ready to be able to fall so many times before you finally get up. When you fall and then you get up, don't look at the fact that you fell. Look at the fact that you gotten back up, even if you fell. Even if you fell, look at the fact that you actually gotten back up and you continued. The fact that you're doing that is all the proof that you need that you are succeeding. It's literally all the proof that you need. If you want to become a real and true successful person, be ready to fail many more times than you have succeeded. Because real, true, successful people have failed so many more times than they have succeeded. Within those failures brings out the best out of you. It literally brings out the best out of you. These things are a blessing in disguise. Instead of hating on it, start to be grateful and blessed that you've been through that. Because you are who you are today. You think the way you think today because of that. Think about it. Let's say you haven't been through that. What you would have been now? Nothing and nobody, because you don't know. Experience is the best teacher. It forms you, it shapes you, it brings your mentality, it literally brings out the best out of you if you see it that way. Because a lot of people perceives problems as a negative thing. Don't perceive them as a negative thing. They're a blessing in disguise. Be grateful, be ready, be excited to fail, because there's always going to be a good outcome out of it. The good outcome is the knowledge. That's so valuable. It's even more valuable than anything on this planet. Because when you have a mindset that's shaped, formed, this is what will take you far in life. This will take you through mountains, through hills, through everything in life. Because you have knowledge, you have power, you know what to do next, you know how to move on. You have a situation that's showing up in your life. Oh, I've been through this. Oh, I know what to do like this. The point of mistakes and the point of these tough times, they teach you what to do in order to move on in life. And be proud of yourself. Be proud of who you are today. Look in the mirror and say, I am who I am today because I've been through that. A lot of people may see it as a negative thing, may perceive you as weak for what you've been through. But honey, for you, it's a testimony. It's a testimony. It's a blessing. Because you are who you are today. Be damn proud, because other people, trust me, they would have not lived a single second. They would have not survived a single minute, a single second if they were in your place. Don't ever let anyone criticize you because of what you've been through, or criticize you on what you're currently going through. Because honey, trust me, if it was vice versa, if they were in your shoes, they wouldn't have survived a single day. God made you go through this because he knew very well that only you are able to go through it. Because he knew very well that you are powerful and you're strong. He chose you to be his warrior. Now that's a damn proud title to own, honey. Own that title. Own it. Why do you think God did not make them go through this stuff that you're going through right now? Because he knew that they wouldn't have survived a single minute. You are damn strong. Be proud of that. Own that. You're not any lower than them, honey. If anything, they are lower than you. You need to be proud and be grateful, and don't let anyone criticize you. If they haven't walked a mile in your shoe, giving up, honey, is not an option. Giving up is not an option. You started this journey, finish it. You finish it with success. Giving up is not an option. You started this journey for a reason. Whenever you start to feel doubts or worries, or whether you're in the right place or wrong place whatsoever, remind yourself as to why you started, because there is a very good reason as to why you started this journey. Started, ended, and just embrace it. Embrace the journey. It's beautiful. Every part of it. Remember, the journey is more beautiful than the final destination. And when you finally reach, you look back and be like, wow, I've been through all that, but I did it. I did it. I'm very proud of myself. Be damn proud of yourself. Give credit to yourself for yourself. Trust me, you will feel so much more fulfilled. The fact that you will feel so fulfilled and so filled with success, in fact, because you went through all that. All these things, they're all gonna pay off in the end. God will not make you go in vain for no reason. God will not make you go in vain for no reason. There's always a reward right after it. He loves you and he wants the best for you. My phone just died. Anyway, I have some last minute things to say. Very importantly, when you're afraid to jump, that's when you do it. When you are afraid to take that risk, when you're afraid to start that goal, when you're afraid to take action, that's when you do it. If you don't do it that moment will never come again. Time is going to pass by and you're going to slowly lose courage. You're not going to build up that courage anymore. It's going to come harder. So when you're afraid to jump, that's when you do it. That's when you take action, because after you do it, after you face your fears, magic happens. I'm telling you, magic happens. You will look back and you will be like, thanks God I took the risk. Thanks God I jumped when I was afraid, because that is when you will succeed. Fear is stopping you. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let fear be the reason for you not accomplishing your goal. Let fear die. You know, the definition of fear is face everything and rise, or fear everything and run. Your choice, honey, and only your choice to make. Do you want to face your fears, build up courage, be strong, and succeed? Or do you want to run away from it? Because when you run away from it, it will haunt you for the rest of your life. Trust me, it will haunt you for the rest of your life until you are brave enough to face it. So one way or another, you're going to have to face it. I suggest you face it now. And set big dreams, set big goals for yourselves. Take the biggest risks of your life. Take the biggest risks. You will never know where you can reach. You will never know. Promise you nothing is impossible, because even the word impossible, it's spelled I'm possible. Anything in this life is possible. People have created planes, tallest building in the world, rocket ships that take you all the way to the moon or whatever planet you want. It was all just a picture in someone's mind, brought it into reality. They were also successful people, because trust me, they failed so many more times until they built that rocket, or until they finally made that airplane, built that airplane, and so many tests and so many failures. But in the end, they did it. They made it. They did it. I'm telling you, anything's possible in life. If you have that burning desire in your heart, it's in there for a reason. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition, because it's trying to tell you something. If you have that dream in your heart, that means it already exists. A version of you already exists out there. You just have to bring it into physical plane, into reality. How? By taking actions, taking steps, step by step, to reach to that goal. I'm telling you, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. Nothing, no one can tell you anything, that you can't do it or whatever, or whatsoever. No one. Trust me, when you really want it so badly, nothing and no one can stop you. The only person that can stop you is you, is yourself. If you give up on your dreams, if you don't take that risk, if you stop taking action, or if you never took action, it all depends on you. You don't have to take others people's negative opinions. If you believe you can do it, that's all that matters. That is
all that matters. Don't take advice, okay? Don't take advice from people that don't want to be where you want to be, that don't want to be where you want to go. It's simple. Why would you take advice from people? Why would you listen to people that don't want to succeed, that believes that you cannot succeed? Like, seriously, what's that? Sometimes you don't realize how far you have come because you're always raising the bar. You may not realize it, but after you succeeded, like let's say you wanted to be here and you were here, you succeeded here, and then you're like, it's not enough, I want more. Then you succeeded here and here and here, and you don't realize how far you've come because you're always constantly setting new goals, setting new dreams for yourself, and you're constantly raising the bar, and you're constantly accomplishing them, each and every one of them. So make sure to look back and express gratitude. Gratitude takes you far. Gratitude, the more you're grateful for something, the more God will give you more things to be grateful for. The more you complain and you focus on problems, the more problems you attract. If you have a problem in your life, resolve it. See if you can resolve it. If you can't resolve it, leave it right there. Move on. Otherwise, you will live with that problem for the rest of your life. Anyway, I'm just going to end the video right here. I hope it was very helpful for you. I hope you leave this video with some kind of knowledge, something valuable that can motivate you and help you. I appreciate you for putting time aside from your day to watch this video. And yeah, I wish you a lovely day, afternoon, or night, wherever you are. Always remember that you're beautiful and that you're loved, and God loves you, and God wants you to win, and He wants the best for you. Okay? I love you guys so much. Goodbye.